and to WRAP Foods. This is Stephanie, aka Superfood Goddess, and this is our first ever WRAP Digital Kitchen Series, episode 1. And it was really great to spend some time with Stephanie to get to know you and all of the incredible work. We at WRAP Foods are incredibly inspired by your wisdom, your journey, your fearlessness, and just your authenticity. So welcome. And so we know that Stephanie's been literally loving WRAP Foods and our wraps.
Absolutely.
And so we did something we've never done before. We invited her to see what the process looked like.
And it was so cool.
Tell them.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I feel so honored and grateful to be here, so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's scalding in California weather. I mean, us New Yorkers, you know.
It was incredible. You know, it's one thing to see a brand on the shelves and to see them at shows and to eat their products and really like it, but it's another thing to get to know the people behind the brand and also get to see how the brand comes together. That was incredible. So I know that you've told me, you know, it's woman run, it's woman owned, and there's so much thoughtfulness that goes into your organic ingredients. It's handmade, literally handmade. I mean, that to me, that's integrity, that's being genuine, that's being passionate, because you care about what's going in your product, you care about the people that are making your product. Another thing I always say, and I 100% saw this all throughout the back kitchen, one of the most important ingredients in any kind of cooking is love. And I think a lot of chefs will say the same and agree. And I mean, you see that back there. I mean, everyone loves each other. They get one another. They're all doing things and helping things, or helping one another. And it's really, really cool to see. It's inspiring. And I think the world needs to know about that, because, you know, there's people who say that it's handmade and it's not. I mean, to this extent, it was incredible. I mean, even to your state-of-the-art dehydrators, to the people that are hand making and pressing everything, putting them in the dehydrators. That's one of the coolest experiences I've had in quite a while.
What was it like when Elena reached her hand in to show you the actual texture of the kelp chip as it was actually being ground, and to see the real seaweed falling, right? No powders, no, like, everything is super raw, super vegan, super vegetables, super fruits, the seaweed, I mean, it's just pure real.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, even nowadays, like, just for example, to go just off subject for a moment from this, like, there's companies that say they add maca to a product or something, right? But it's not a clinical dosage. They just sprinkle it with a little bit of maca. And so in comparison to your company, you say you put kelp in your kelp chips. There's literally wet kelp coming out of this machine, throwing it in with other vegetables and different seasonings. It's mixing and grinding it all together, and then to just watch her pull it out and show me all the little pieces that haven't been pulverized so much that they're going to lose all their nutrient quality, and then quickly mixing it together and dehydrating it, so again, locking in all the nutrients and creating an amazing product.
Well, we're so honored that you came, and I know we say on our website, and we talked about this, if you've seen this, like, conferences and conventions and everything, that we really do hand make everything. I mean, right down from the vegetable coming out of it, you know, right from the farm fresh, the vegetable in the house, right into the mixer bowl where someone's hand stirring it and then hand laying it out. You know, we are really, really, really honored to have you come in and really see that WRAP stands for everything that we say.
Absolutely, and again, I'm super grateful for being able to see that. Not many people allow you to go behind the scenes, and I think that's really huge, and it says a lot about your company too.
Yeah, well, thank you, and I know Elena was super happy. So if you haven't met our owner yet, Elena is literally the brainchild behind all of this incredible, starting at the farmer's market, like she shared with you, and literally hand, and now, you know, 8 years later, right? 7 years later, here she is, and
yeah, I mean, you guys are distributing to huge companies, Whole Foods, Sprouts, all across the nation. I mean, it's
well, we're almost in Sprouts, but Sprouts, if you're watching this, FYI, the Superfood Goddess.
Get this. You need it. I'll come buy it from Sprouts. Yes, absolutely.
So what is your, so we got some wraps, we brought them back from the kitchen, and so we have the coconut and, you know, which is really great. And I mean, literally, like, the ingredients
Simple
are everything
ingredients.
you saw. They're just,
yeah, no preservatives, no harsh chemicals, nothing that you can't pronounce, you know, like it's all real food. I appreciate that, I do.
These are my favorite, like they don't break, you can, oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we're gonna make lunch today, and actually the Superfood Goddess is gonna show me how to wrap goddess style. So I'm really excited to learn from you, and okay,
you.
so what are we doing?
Yeah, wow, so you've got a nice lineup here. We're going to make 2 different kinds of wraps, showcasing the veggie wraps, but also the coconut wraps. So I decided that with the Mediterranean wrap, that we would, I mean, you know what, I'm gonna ask you your opinion. I'm gonna say we either use the spicy or the spirulina. Do you have a favorite on either?
So I am a huge fan of the spicy,
Okay.
because oh my god,
I love
it's
spice.
like this is like my new Taco Tuesday right
Yeah,
here.
totally. Okay, cool.
But yeah.
And I do too, so perfect. So we're gonna use the spicy turmeric jalapeno wraps. These are awesome. They have just enough kick to give you that spice, but it's not overpowering,
Yeah.
because when something's so overpoweringly spicy, then you don't get to taste the rest of the food that's in it either. So we'll go with that one, and then we're gonna do a sweet wrap, which it's gonna have banana and some strawberry in it. And let's see, we've got the curry, we've got the spirulina, and the original. For this wrap, I personally think, since it's a sweeter wrap, I'm gonna go with just the original coconut. But again, I mean, the curry one is amazing. I've done some awesome things with that. The spirulina one's pretty awesome too. And the spirulina can be a little bit sweet anyways, especially because it's mixed with coconut, but let's just go with original for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So cool.
Alright, so
I'm so excited about this. Wrap makes it so easy to be healthy, vegan, raw, paleo, like all those things. You can. It makes it so easy for on the go. And again, if you're doing the raw diet, especially, I found, you know, sometimes it's not satisfying to just have to eat fruit. You want to be able to, you know, feel like you're eating a burger or a wrap or tacos or something. So, or crepes. So let's see. We'll start with this. Are we gonna make our own at the same like the same one at the same time?
Yeah. You want to make a sweet one and a Mediterranean? At the same time?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take one out first. We'll just get that set up on our plate.
So for anybody watching the WRAP Kitchen for the first time, well, obviously this is the first WRAP Kitchen. Some really cool things to know about the wraps. So these are dehydrated, and you saw our super monstrous dehydrators, right? Super cool. And so they're going to have a little bit of a firm texture when you take them out of the bag, right? So what do you do when you remove the wraps from the package to rehydrate it? What are some things?
So I mean, I find that I always like to put a spread on it, because the spread will start to soak into it a little bit. It'll make it a little bit more malleable. Again, what I love about the wraps is they don't break. You can't just like snap them. Yeah, so that's really nice because they already are pretty malleable. I mean, if you want them to be a little bit more, you know, even a little softer, you could take a little bit of dip of water on your fingers and kind of rub it over. But me personally, I just like to put a little spread on it, and eventually the spread and then the juices of anything else that I'm using, it's kind of gonna soak into them, and it's great. And you know what I love about it too? You can even make something for the next day.
These hold out for like 5 days in your fridge. So we have a lot of moms that meal prep for their kids during the week. They're like, oh, you know what? Sundays are for lunch. I'm going to get it all out. And they literally put them in their sustainable lunch boxes or whatever in the fridge, and they last like all week.
For yours, we're gonna use some smashed banana. So I'm guessing you're probably gonna want to smash it in that bowl.
Yes, we can smash in the bowl.
Because that's gonna be your spread, is the banana.
Okay.
And then we can probably just slice the strawberries and or chop them up and put those in there. For mine, I'm going to take some hummus. I have an organic roasted red pepper hummus. And there's options with things like this because there's sprouted hummus, there's regular hummus, there's organic hummus, whatever it is that works for you. Because at the end of the day, what I think again is really cool about your company, I know you're cruelty-free, overall cruelty-free, but otherwise you do want to be able to speak to the vegans, to the non-vegans, anyone who's just trying to add health into their life, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why it's nice to have options. So I mean, of course, if you're raw, sure, you're gonna want to use raw hummus or some sort of raw spread. But if you're not raw, you can use regular hummus or organic, you know, whatnot. So there is options.
Okay, so I've smashed it. Now,
Okay.
do I should I keep it in the bowl or should I?
You know, let's actually. Sometimes, I mean, if you can, this again, because you're the creator, you can really do whatever you want. You can either smash this on as your spread and then put a little bit of cinnamon over, or if you want to just mix a little cinnamon in there first and in the spread and then spread it on, do what feels good to you. Because I always tell people that, yes, I make recipes and yes, I teach how to make things, but you're the creator. If something seems better or works better in your hands, do it. If something tastes better, or you go, I don't know if I like the cinnamon, but I really like something else, nutmeg, go for it.
Oh.
Smaller pieces, I just think it works better with assembling the product.
So I'm not I'm more like outside the wrap. So it's like, you know, put these in the dehydrator of the oven and make chips.
Yes.
You know, or with these, pan fry them, put a little oil in the pan fry. But for those of you that are, you know, raw vegan, you can even do the same thing with your dehydrator. Put them in and crisp them up to make like an avocado quesadilla.
Oh, yeah. And see, you know, when you told me that, I hadn't even thought about that. It didn't even cross my mind to throw them in my dehydrator and make chips out of them. And that's why I think it's so important that we share our ideas and that we hear from other people what they're doing and vice versa.
Yeah. And we have the WRAP community group now that we just launched.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was, oh my gosh, this one community member, she's like, I have so many coconut wraps, and we love to hear that, by the way, 'cause they last so long, you know, for lunch. She's like, I need more breakfast ideas. So we're like, okay, you can do crepes this morning, you can do, you know, cut them up into little pieces from your dehydrator, and then add your, you know, milk substitute or whatever, and do cereal with fruit.
Amazing.
You know, like, so this is where our sharing of ideas comes to life, which is really great.
Absolutely, I think that's incredible. It's very important. So I've got my cucumbers here. Now I'm just gonna slice a couple tomatoes. Let's see.
So you know what I used to do when I was first wrapping? I used to like overload the hummus or my moist, and like I'd see it squeezing out, and I realized less is best.
You're right. You're like, so right, for sure. And thanks for saying that too, because I've been there as well. And you know, and every once in a while, if you do go that route, it's a real easy fix. You just put your hand underneath and kind of pinch a little bit at the bottom, and it still works out. It still tastes great. So I'm gonna cut these tomatoes.
Oh my god, this looks so pretty. I realized you wanted to be a change maker, so you with your personal story so transparent and so authentic, and then, you know, here you are, you know, really transformed into this incredible butterfly, the Superfood Goddess.
Thank you. Oh, I love that you just said butterfly, because that is the story of the butterfly, the caterpillar and the butterfly really means so much to me, because it's a progress. Mm-hmm. Everything in life is. You know, we go to school, we learn, we graduate, we go out into the world. There's all these different layers of getting to that butterfly, and we're always changing. And I do have to say, for a little while, I was lost in the sense that I knew I wanted to help. I knew I was on this earth to be of service. I had no idea how. I had no idea. And so I was just, you know, I was always a really good, nice person, but I didn't really have a reason to be. I just knew, that, you know, like Thumper says, treat everyone like you want to be treated, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, real quick, I'm just putting a little bit of balsamic and a little bit of lemon to flavor the spinach, so that I can put it in here and add some flavor. But so I knew I was on earth to help others. Didn't know how. And then my brother got sick and went into the psych ward. He had some mental issues. And of course, just like anyone that's in emergency status, you start looking for answers. And so my mom and I were looking for answers. We found out that diet has a lot to do with mental health. And do you mind?
go and get it for you.
Thank you. My hands are a little bit wet from the juices. And so we found out randomly, someone gave us the book Skinny Bitch. Have you ever heard of that book?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and so we were like, well, let's read it. Let's see what they have to say. And so we did, and they said, you know, if you eat crap, you're gonna look like crap. You're gonna feel like crap. And it just made sense to us, the vibrancy and what food can do for you. And so that's why we started. So really, I started being vegan, not for myself, but actually for my family. And then when I got good at it, 3 years into it, I realized I could be a health coach.
Wow.
And I could help people, and people were coming to me asking me, Steph, you know, we've seen such a transformation in you. I'm getting sick. What am I supposed to take? Like, people just started asking me, like I was the all-knowing about, you know, how to get better. And that's when I realized this is my calling. I'm supposed to tell people how to get better, how to reverse, stop, and heal things. I know I can't say I can cure or food can cure, but I mean, you can definitely reverse, you can definitely stop disease in its track, and there's many people that do talk about curing their diseases, but of course we're just not allowed to say that. So that's really where I realized is I'm passionate about humans. I love humans so much, and I will do it till the day I die. I'll die trying to save the world. Again, you're the creator, so you can choose to do whatever you want. And so I do always recommend grab it as tightly as you can. Start wrapping.
Oh my God, I'm like jaw-dropping right now. This is so exciting to watch.
I just can't even wait to eat. I mean, I love cooking food, but I also love eating food. Because again, it makes me feel good. So why not continue to do things that make me feel good?